Good morning and welcome to the craft store. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Zena Broadbent. You won't forget that name in a flash, will you? And this is the fabulous craft store, bringing all your favourite brands together in one place. No matter how big or small, every single craft brand is welcome. And this morning, I am very blessed to say that I am joined by an incredibly good friend of mine. This is Jason Wilkes from Bert and Gert.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning, good morning. How are you?
Although we did say good morning long time ago.
Yes, about 6 o'clock this morning when I picked him up, yes.
Yeah.
So, just so that we sort of introduce everybody to Bert and Gert.
Yeah.
Who are you? What? Because you're not Bert or
I'm
Gert,
not,
are
no.
you?
It is the most frequently asked question, though. So Bert and Gert's is myself and my brother Mark.
Okay.
Bert was our grandfather on our dad's side of the family.
Oh, right.
And Gert was our grandmother on our mum's side of the family.
Oh, that's nice to
So
bring the two together.
we're a family business with a family name, is what we like to say. And people who work with us, who trade with us, who buy from us, they're part of the family as well, as you well know.
I do indeed. I do indeed. Yeah, because you've got a fabulous shop as well, haven't you?
Yeah. In Sutton Coldfield, in the Grace Church Centre in Sutton Coldfield, and we've got 28 small businesses that share space with us. And our ethos is about helping small businesses.
It is, isn't it? And that's what this is all about. This is about finding your favourite craft brand. Now, this is what I think is really clever about the craft store is, you know, we've all as crafters bought from other channels, haven't we? But then you only have a select amount of items, whereas the way the craft store works is you go onto each person's website. So in this case this morning, it's bertandgerts.co.uk.
It is, yep.
And you will find everything that you want there, whether it's the faux flowers, the fabric wreaths. And this is the thing, you then see things that you think, oh, I'll just pop that in my basket. It's like when you get to the chocolates at the checkout in the shop, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then you buy things that go and complement what you've already ordered.
Yeah, and whilst people are on our website, you know, some people know me only for the crafts. Some people know us for the events that we do.
Yeah.
Some people only know us for the shops.
As well, don't you?
We do. So whilst you're on the website, you can have a look around. You can look at the events that we've got for people to come and trade with us.
So people can do that as well. If there's crafters watching, oh, they can do that as well?
Yeah,
oh,
so we provide spaces within the Midlands, locally at Sutton Coldfield, in Redditch, in Tamworth, in Burntwood. We've got other events as well. Yeah, in the centre of Birmingham in a couple of weeks' time as well. And then we provide spaces to small and micro businesses at the ICHF shows, the Creative Craft Show, Makers Central. So that brings us to the NEC, Glasgow for the SEC, Farnborough, Exeter. Yeah.
So if you are a crafter watching, we've all had to start somewhere, haven't we? And you want to start actually selling what you make. This is a good man to know, Jason at Bert and Gert's. So can you talk us through, because we are surrounded by the most amazing...
There's loads of people watching.
Loads of people
that
watching. Voice, come on you. He can't help himself.
I haven't got a mic on, but there's so many of you watching on Facebook and YouTube. How lovely, these two together.
This is Dan.
There's loads. Anyway, I'm busy and important.
He's a floor manager today. He's been promoted. He's been promoted.
Busy and important.
Do you know, since we went live on the craft store, we've had over 500,000 Facebook views, and that's because of you, lovely lot. And amazing, we've had over 8,000 comments, so keep the comments coming in. I will read some, as many as I can, when Jason's doing a demo, and we'll get you involved in the show. So thank you so much for messaging in as well. So, what have you got on the show today for us?
So what we've got today is, you'll see from the shirt that I'm wearing, and even the fact that I've got a matching hat that goes with it.
Oh, we've got to keep that on, haven't we?
So I love my Liberty fabrics.
Okay.
I'm very lucky that you've met John, my husband.
I have.
He took up sewing during lockdown.
He's brilliant, very talented.
He is. So I've got a nice hat that's reversible with two of my favourite fabrics on it. I've got shirts. You know, I'm very spoiled.
You are.
So
nothing wrong with that, is there?
One of the things I wanted to do was to bring that love of liberty into my crafting.
What, can I stop you there? So for anybody else that doesn't know, what's a Liberty fab? What makes it special?
Liberty fabrics are, you know, they're steeped in history. Okay. So if you go to the shop in London, which is the oak beam...
Oh, Liberty's the big tall one.
Yeah.
Oh, the black and white one, yeah, Chris.
So, you know, you feel the history when you walk into the building, and you go to the fabric floor, and like me, you just want to touch everything. So, the fabrics, my dear.
It's a bit early for that, isn't it?
So, But they're steeped in history. They do modern takes on things as well. But I love that kind of arts and crafts period, the William Morris and all of that type of thing.
Yeah.
When, you know, one of my favourite quotes from William Morris is, you know, don't have things in your house that aren't beautiful or useful.
Oh, that's a lovely saying, isn't it?
And we all want to make beautiful things. We want to share them with people.
That's why we're all here, aren't we?
So that's what I've tried to do with these. So
these are gorgeous. So these are Liberty fabrics, aren't they?
So these two are the Liberty fabrics, and then we've got some from blank quilting with the butterflies on as well to give you some variation. And we have got some extra Liberty fabrics on our website as well. If you go onto the shop area, click on fabrics, and you'll find that we've got some fabrics by the metre as well. Not a great deal, but...
So obviously on the bottom of the screen there, you've got the Bert and Gert's website, bertandgerts.co.uk. It's there throughout the show. Go and have a look. Okay, my lovelies. You can watch the show back as well, either on YouTube or on your smart telly, or if you go to thecraftstore.com, everything is on there as well. And you can watch anything back at your leisure. Okay, so we've got the wreaths.
Yeah, we've got the wreaths, and I spent a lot of time doing research on wreath making, and I watched a lot of videos of people taking a traditional wreath base and then adding a middle back to it so that they could add things into the centre. So I thought, why not design a wreath base that's got a centre to it so that we can attach flowers and things in there. So these are kind of like that American style, which people may be familiar with using deco mesh and things like that. And we've got deco mesh and organzas on our website as well.
Ribbons and everything.
We have. But using fabrics, I think they take it to another level.
And we were saying as well, I don't know whether you've noticed, certainly on the estate where I live, it seems, because you only ever used to have a wreath at Christmas, didn't you? But now they're all year long, aren't they? Whether it's Valentine's or Easter or Halloween or Mother's Day or Christmas, it seems to have completely changed, so it's all year long.
Yeah, so with that in mind, we've got, spring kind of fabrics.
Yeah.
We've got toppers that you can put over top of them as well. So we've got a best mother ever with Mother's Day coming in there.
Mother's Day on the 30th of March, haven't we, in the UK?
And we've also got a Happy Easter one that you could put on.
Fabulous.
And you'll see, we've got a variety of samples of those as well.
Okay. Now, who is this aimed at? How easy is it to do? Do I need to be an experienced wreath maker?
You don't need to be an experienced wreath maker.
Okay, I don't know if that's a word, but there you go.
When I show you, it's the simplest thing ever. So basically what we're doing is folding a square of fabric, we make a bow tie out of it, we push the ends up to make bunny ears, and we cable tie it on.
Oh, with the cable tied on?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, gosh, that sounds... Okay, and are you going to give us a demo as well?
We're going to give you a demo.
Wonderful.
So in the kits, you get the wreath base, you get 3 fat quarters of the fabrics.
And the wreath base is the MDF that you can see just on the pack shot there. There they are.
And we give you a flower for the centre, and we give you the cable ties as well.
So everything you need?
Everything you need, yeah.
Now, am I also right in thinking that, because obviously we're launching on the craft store today, you have done some very, very special pricing on Bert and Gert's?
Well, the way the craft store is structured, we've been able to give you the best prices we've ever been able to deliver. Yeah. So
that's exciting in itself.
It really is, yeah. So I'm really pleased with the variety of stuff that we've got and the prices that we've got with them as well.
Fabulous.
And just with that in mind, we have got some clearance stuff on our website as well.
Oh, we like a bit of clearance, don't we?
Those are limited.
I hear bargain.
There's some very, very good bargains on there, and they're limited numbers on those.
Now, with all the things that you've got today, because we haven't even touched on the faux flowers yet, which are absolute luxury, can I just ask a couple of questions? When we make, let's say I want to make that wreath, and then let's say I would like to sell that at one of your market stalls, what's your angel policy?
You can make and sell as much as you want.
Brilliant. Well, there you go. So that's great. Okay, brilliant. So we can make and sell. What about postage? What's your postage?
Our postage is $2.99 per item, but capped at $6.99. So if you order multiple items, it works out better value for you.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't cost you any more than $6.99 if, let's say, I bought a wreath making kit and I bought this. Even
the massive bouquet is still only going to be $2.99.
That's going to be brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Right then, so where shall we start? Which wreath would you like us to start with?
Should we start with the red, white and blue?
The patriotic.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I've got it here, so you've got the red in the centre.
Do you want to swap over with me?
Yeah.
So, there you go.
So I've got it.
Dance.
I've got it here that you've got the red in the centre and the white and then the blue on the outside. You can change that. That's the beauty of this. You can mix and match them however you want. If you want the red to be the background colour, you can change that.
Okay, so you can mix that as ever as you want.
Yeah.
Could you add some flowers in as well if you want?
You can add more flowers. Okay. You could add more fabrics if you wanted to as well.
Brilliant.
So you can make them fuller.
Okay. So there's no wreath police?
There's none.
No, that's all right then. Glad to hear it. Okay, so the code for this one is 001BG. That's nice and easy.
Yeah.
You made a nice easy code there to order.
Not only made it an easy code, I made it so it was the top item on the website.
Oh, even better. So when you go, if you've gone and had a look now already, just zip on and have a look at bertandgerts.co.uk. It's Bert with an A-N-D on the screen there, and then that will pop up. That's literally there as you land on the landing page.
Yeah, so when you go onto our main page, click on shop on the right-hand side, and you'll see all of this.
Brilliant. And am I right in thinking they should be $24.99?
Yeah.
And what's your special price today?
We've got them at $17.99.
Oh, it's a nice cheeky saving, isn't it?
It is.
So that's £7. If you bought everything on the show today, you've covered your post and packaging.
Yeah, and people that are into their soft crafts will know the price of Liberty fabrics.
Oh, okay. Oh, so do they come with a premium?
They do, yeah.
Oh,
they
so
do.
We've gone posh.
We have, yeah. So like I say, you get 3 fat quarters in each kit. So if you were to price up just the fat quarters, it's a really great economical bundle.
Okay, fabulous. Lovely. So that's the first one. So 001BG is your code for Bert and Gert's, and it does look absolutely fabulous. Gorgeous. But you can change that. So if you wanted to change it and just change the inner flower for like a seasonal flower, you could do that as well, couldn't you?
You can change the inner flower. If you change your colour scheme and like 2 of the fabrics but not one of the others, you can cut the cable ties off and change them.
Oh, wonderful. Do you know, this is the first time I've ever seen a fabric wreath, ever. It's absolutely gorgeous.
There's been lots of different ways of doing them in the past, but this is my take on it. I always like to put, my spin on something. So a traditional craft, but done my way.
Exactly. Did you do it your way, Jason?
I most certainly did. There's a cue for a song there, isn't there?
Absolutely. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful. OK, my lovelies. Right, so if we go through each of the wreaths, I think, which is a good idea, and then you're going to give us a demo, aren't you, so we can see how easy it is to make. Fabulous. OK, my lovely. So this one here, which is just so spring-like, isn't it?
It is, yeah. So again, it's blues and greens and creams and whites in that one. We've got code 002BG on that one.
Yes, exactly.
So you'll see, again, on the website, it's the second item that's there.
Brilliant. Nice and simple. OK, so again, you get everything you need in the kit to make that wreath.
The only thing that you need extra is either hot glue or pin or whatever you want to do in terms of the central flower. But I can show you a couple of ideas with that as well.
Now, you're going to have a live demo in a moment, but you've also got a wreath making instruction kit to add on as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
And that's free of charge, isn't it, today?
It's completely free of charge.
Brilliant.
You can find that in the shop. You can also find it on our Facebook group, which is Bert and Gert Shipmates. And the Shipmates is a nod to my brother being ex-Navy.
I've got to do it, sorry. I'm going to have to do it. Why are pirates called pirates? Because they are. Sorry, Lou. Lou from Personal Impressions has just given me the right look, as well as if to say, don't do that again. Right, then, OK, so, and the code for that, if you want to add it in, is 00BG.
Yeah.
Because it's 0, it costs you nothing.
Exactly.
Fabulous. OK, lovely. And then we've got... Now, this is what's called blank quilting. Is that the brand?
It is the brand.
OK.
Yeah. It sounds a bit confusing, but it is the brand name. So that's blank quilting. And these feature the butterfly designs on the white and the blue.
Oh,
and then we've got this kind of pink that really sets it off.
I love that one. That's so vibrant, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
So vibrant. So the code for that one is 003BG. Now, the 2 Liberty fabric ones are $17.99, reduced from $24.99, but the blank quilting one is even naughtier.
Yeah, it's $14.99.
$14.99.
Yeah.
Gosh, that's absolutely fantastic. You pay that on a box of chocolates or a big Easter egg.
Yeah.
And you don't put any weight on.
Yeah, and you get something that you can either give as a gift afterwards or use as a home decor item.
Brilliant.
So
lovely.
One of the things that I think reasons why we all like wreaths and things is that we all go to town now on decorating at Christmas, and then when you take that down, the house looks bare.
It looks all drab and bare and forlorn, doesn't it?
So this is a way of adding some colour in, as is the flowers as well. And the flowers are so great; they're really good luxury quality, and you can change them with the seasons. You can add colour all over.
Now, I'm just going to have a little look here, because we've got... Susan's just said... I'm just going to read a few messages, if you don't mind. So lovely to see you, Zena, on the craft store. Oh, that's lovely. Thank you. That's very kind. Sorry, I didn't mean to read on about me. Right, then, Chrissy. Oh, Chrissy from Colop. Is it Colop?
Yeah.
I never know whether it's Colop or Colop. We'll go Colop. Now, Chrissy's on the craft store soon.
Yes, she is.
Can you remember when, Dan? Yeah, he's going to look. He's going to look because Chris is on soon. I've got one of her E-marks. They're brilliant. Yeah. So these are absolutely stunning. Such a unique style and would look good anywhere, particularly weddings. Oh, it's next Monday you're on, Chrissy. Oh, but what time, Dan? He said, hang on. 10 a.m. Oh, so this time next Monday? Yeah. Oh, fabulous. Honestly, if you haven't got an E-mark, and she's got the new one. Yes, you need that. Right then, so great to see you, Jason and Zena. Have a great show. Oh, that's lovely. Morning, everyone. Great to see you on the craft store. So that's lovely. Thank you so much. Lots of comments coming in. Brilliant. So now then, the most important thing to remember, how do I buy? This is what's different about the craft store. You go onto each brand's website, so bertandgerts.co.uk.
Yep.
It's that simple. And everything that you see here is on the landing page. Are you ready for a demo?
I am, yeah.
Do we get to do a live walk, Director Chris? Do we? Very exciting if we do. He said, walk when you're ready. Are you ready? I'm going to take my notes. I'm going to take my phone so I can see all your comments.
I'm ready when you are.
Come on, then. Me and my shirt. Are we allowed to sing? Probably not. No. Right, then. So... Now, what I will say is... Oh, now, there you are. Well, thank you, Chris. He's like camera 5. I must just say, are you all impressed, for those of you who've been watching the craft store, the camera work and the close-ups? I've been absolutely knocked out. I think they're phenomenal.
They're great.
So no pressure, Chris. Yeah. Director Chris. OK, so we're doing one of the Liberty fabrics.
We are.
OK.
Yeah, so we'll change the order, like I said. So we'll put the red at the back on this one. So I've pre-cut my squares. So what you want is to have, out of a fat quarter, you'll easily get 4 9-inch squares.
OK.
You can make them slightly larger if you want, but you'll get...
So you're going to cut 12 pieces effectively, aren't you?
Yeah.
OK.
So basically I've used a template, and don't look at them if they're exactly square, because I was doing them late last night and they probably aren't.
I heard you were cutting them in bed.
I was,
Sorry, I can't keep a secret.
You can't tell.
I cannot keep a secret.
You anything, should
No, you shouldn't.
But this is the other thing that I wanted to say. If they're not exactly square, it doesn't matter. Because we're going to fold them and manipulate them anyway.
OK.
And so I've used pinking shears to cut mine.
So they're the ones that give you the ziggy-zaggy effect?
Yeah.
OK.
I don't know why, they
look nice.
They feel special.
Yeah.
So,
OK.
Right, so what we want to do is to take a square of fabric, and this couldn't be simpler. So we put it upside down, we bring one corner into the middle, we bring another corner into the middle, and we squish those together.
A little squish.
We squish them together to make a bow tie.
Oh, OK.
So once you've got your bow tie, you push your ends up.
That'd look good on the dog as well, wouldn't it?
It would. You push your ends up to make bunny ears. So that's what I was saying. If you remember this technique, you use a square, you fold your corners in, you make your bow tie, and then bunny ears.
So, I mean, even if you don't want to make a wreath, you've got a little bow tie for the dog, if you've got a dog.
Yep.
Or you can do some of those headbands for the kids.
Well, you could use the fabrics for whatever you want, add your own fabrics in and still make a wreath. So then we take a cable tie, and you'll see on the way I've designed the wreath base, we've got these struts that come inwards, and then we've got the circular ones that go round.
Yep.
So I start off going around one of the support struts, and I just put my cable tie in place lightly first.
OK.
And then place the fabric through the cable tie and secure that.
And you get the cable ties with the kits,
you get
don't
the cable ties with it.
Yep.
And before you kind of really tighten the cable tie, you can...
Zhuzh it.
You can zhuzh it. You can, you can manipulate it to where you want it. And if you really do it wrong, you just cut it off and start again.
OK.
So we've given you...
So it's nice and easy. There's no pressure. There's nothing to panic about.
And then what I like to do is to move the cable tie around to the back and then tighten it up. And then that's our first leaf attached.
Now, I've got a question on the cable tie.
Yeah.
Is there a knack to knowing which way around to do it? Because I am forever getting cable ties and not knowing when it's going to bite down on the actual grip.
When you're using them, you'll notice there's a flat side to it.
Yeah.
The bit that sticks up is the bit that is the reverse.
Oh, is it that simple?
It's that simple.
Oh, my gosh, you've just saved me days.
You go through the flat side.
OK.
So...
Thank you.
Again, we'll put cable tie in place. And this is how quickly and simply these start to build up. So we put cable tie on, we take our piece of fabric, we
Oh, this is brilliant.
Squish it together to make a bow tie. Push your ends up to make bunny ears. And so if all you remember from today is bow tie and bunny ears, you can't go wrong.
Sounds like a song or a band, doesn't it?
So again, we put that on.
Yeah.
Put that where we want it. Tighten it slightly, and then I move the cable tie around to the back. And we secure it.
So, can I just sorry to jump in, but you've got the more bases, so you can just buy the bases.
Buy the bases, yeah.
Okay, so if there is anybody that's also got fabrics as well, but you can buy more fabrics on the website as well.
Yeah, you can buy fabrics from us, you can buy organzas from us, you can buy deco mesh as well. And there's lots and lots of different techniques you can find on YouTube. And
goodness,
things.
this is brilliant.
And I will be doing more Facebook Lives and things and showing people how to do them as well.
Wonderful. It's good, isn't it? We've just had a message come in from Ian of the Crafty Witches. They'll be on the
Hi,
craft
Ian.
store soon as well. Hi, Ian. Ian's just said, hi, Zena, Jason and the team. Absolutely. Chris has just shouted, Director Chris has said, hello. The set looks absolutely fabulous and I'm loving the Liberty wreaths. So thank you, Ian.
Thank you, Ian.
Oh, that's nice, isn't it?
So we just carry on.
Yep. So do you work in opposites, diagonals?
I do, yeah. So,
okay.
But again, it's down to you how you want to do it. Just have a play, basically, is what I'd encourage everybody to do. And I always say that with all of the crafts.
Yeah.
Because you can't really go wrong.
I'm going to say something now, and I don't want to offend you.
Go on.
It's easier than I thought. Do you mind me saying that?
I don't mind at all.
Sorry.
That's, it's
Or is
so
it that
simple.
you're making it look easy, or is it that easy?
The longest part of it is just cutting your fabrics.
And you could get somebody to do that for you, couldn't you?
You could use a rotary cutter. You can use ordinary scissors.
Right,
You can
what's
use
a
those.
rotary cutter?
It's the blade on a wheel.
Oh, like the pizza cutter?
Yeah.
Thank you, Director Chris. He's very helpful, Chris. I like him. Help yourself to a lovely cupcake, won't you, Chris? We've bought cupcakes in.
I think it's a Birmingham thing. You have to take food with you. You don't
do,
want people to talk about you.
Yeah, exactly. We're feeders, aren't we?
We are, yeah.
You can't tell.
So, right. The other thing to point out is you might be thinking, but I don't want people seeing the cable ties.
I wouldn't want people seeing the cable ties.
Not to worry about that, because as we go round,
It's got it covered.
Your next layer covers up what you've
Oh,
already
OK.
done.
So don't worry about that for now.
So let's go with the blue now. So we'll really mix it up from what we did with the
These
other one.
fabrics are stunning.
I'll just grab a couple of more cable ties.
I could do that for you. It's going to cost you extra, obviously.
So
There you go, flower.
thank you very much. So we gather together, bow tie, bunny ears.
I love it. And are you allowed to say that out loud as you're making
You can,
bow
yeah.
tie bunny ears?
So what I do then is I start on the middle
OK.
ring.
Yeah.
And I go in between. So I'll go here. So I'll go in between the ones I've done.
And that's going to cover over.
Yeah.
Ah.
But also, because when we go that way as opposed to that way,
Yeah.
the fabric will lie differently. So
Oh,
it will
okay.
lie round and it covers up the bits that we've done.
Ah. Oh, it's clever, isn't it? Up there for, what is it? Up there for thinking,
Down there for dancing, yeah.
Or down there for wreath making.
Yeah. So, and again, we can position that as we want it.
You've got so many lovely comments coming in. Really, and lots of people saying, lovely to see you on my telly, because if you've got a smart telly now, you can put YouTube and the craft store directly through your telly, and it's great. So thank you for all the lovely comments. You're very kind.
So we just keep folding, gathering together, bow tie, bunny ears.
Bow tie bunny ears.
It makes it so simple, it really does.
Yeah.
So you just keep building up your layers. And like I said, if you wanted to add extra fabrics in, you can do.
And you could put ribbons in, because you've got ribbons on the website as well, and on the show today, and organzas, and oh my goodness me, you could even add in a few sort of. We've got the faux flowers coming up as well, so that would look lovely.
So the kind of reason that I designed the centres was to show the flowers off.
Brilliant.
So if you do, a ribbon tying technique,
Yeah.
then you can still do that on these bases, but you've got the centre to add flowers and foliage into there as well.
I just think this is lovely as well. If you're a soft crafter, and obviously we've got soft craft here on the craft store as well. If you've made your own lovely designs of cushions or curtains or whatever you may have made, and then you've got a complementary fabric wreath as well on the wall, I just think that's a lovely tie-in. It's beautiful.
And anybody that knows their Liberty fabrics will know what these fabrics are, and will know, you know, if it's your favourite, you'll know what it is. And Liberty come up with new fabrics every season.
Do they?
Yeah.
I've got to just share this with you. Do you mind me outing you, Chris? So our director, Chris, has just said, crafters are going to use everything they've got in their stash as well, which we know, we get that. He said you could use, you know, old children's clothes, but just make sure that they're your own child.
I made one with a pair of jeans.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How many pairs of jeans did you have to throw away?
You just need the squares of fabric. You wouldn't need to. It wouldn't need to all be the jeans.
No,
if you wanted to add, and particularly with this one, if you added some denim in with this, it'd look great.
Oh, denim would look good, wouldn't it?
So,
these are really fun. These could be so funky as well, couldn't they?
Yeah. So we've got one down the front that's camouflage fabric. I haven't got that fabric available, but I just wanted to show you that it doesn't have to be pretty.
Right, so if you go and have a look at at bertandgerts.co.uk, this is where you shop. That's the difference with the craft store. And everything that you buy from Jason on Bert and Gert's, you are supporting Bert and Gert's. Every single brand. We've got personal impressions coming up at 11. So what fabrics have you got on the website currently?
We have got we've got some batiks. We've got some more Liberty prints.
Okay.
We've got.
And these come in the fat quarters, do they?
No, they're per metre.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
okay.
So they're per metre.
Brilliant.
And we've also got then the rolls of organza, and we've got the deco meshes as well.
Oh, brilliant.
So
okay, fabulous.
Let's move on to our final colour.
Is that like a ginkgo leaf?
It is.
Are you impressed? I know that.
I'm very impressed. Yeah.
I'm quite impressed.
So again, then now I'm going to go on to my final layer, and I'm going to go on the support strut from the very beginning. So you're in that gap there.
Yep.
But you can play around with this depending on how many flowers you want to add into the middle, how much space, how many fabrics that you put on. So.
And again, when you're buying the wreaths, just remember to add in that instructions sheet, so you've got that next to you, and that is 00BG, but it is on the landing page as you go to Bert and Gert's as well.
So the final step is...
Oh, that really makes it, doesn't it?
Is to tighten all the cable ties, chop them off, invest in a good pair of wire cutters, basically.
Yeah, because you don't want to damage your cutters, do you?
No.
No. OK. Do you want some more cable ties, by the way?
I'll have a couple, yeah.
You have a couple? There you go.
So...
Am I right in thinking as well, now, is it right now, I'm going to have people shouting at me from the softcraft world.
Yeah, come on.
Are you supposed to keep a set of scissors just for your fabrics?
Oh, yes.
Oh, OK. Oh, that's a yes then, is it? Everybody's screaming at me.
Yeah.
And why is that?
Because well, basically, if you try using fabric scissors on paper, you'll blunt your scissors.
Oh, OK.
So, or at least that's what, I get screamed at.
So I like to understand why. I don't mind being told I've got to do something, but I like to understand.
It's also having the right tools for the right job,
well, it makes you look good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, it just...
This is looking lovely.
So you can see how quickly it builds up.
Yeah.
So, just move that.
It's just such a good idea. I've never seen one until today.
And they're really, they are therapeutic to just turn your brain off and sit and fold some fabric and cable tie it on.
And if you're a soft crafter and you love your fabrics, this is just going to be a joy. It's perfect, isn't it? And you've also done some actual Mother's Day and Easter that you can put toppers as well.
Yeah. So I think, again, we've got a sample of one of them down the front, and I've got another one somewhere.
Yeah. And you can colour those in with...
You can use, because they're MDF, you can use your paints, you can use your acrylic... Sorry, you can use your acrylic paints, you can use your markers.
And can it go direct on? Do you need to sort of... Is it Mod Podge you use?
You can use a gesso.
Gesso. I was lying in bed last night thinking, what is it? I know it's not Mod Podge. And Lou over there from Personal Impressions was going, it's gesso.
You can use a gesso. The only reason that I would use a gesso is to get a true representation of the colour that you want to put on.
Yeah.
Because you're putting it onto something that's brown.
Yeah.
So
it does change the colour, but you... Yeah,
slightly.
Okay.
If you're using your alcohol markers, it'll change it slightly.
Okay.
It makes it a more matte finish.
Okay.
But you can
the choice is yours, isn't it?
You can use inks. We've got some Distress Oxides in our clearance section. So
I'm just thinking with the Mother's Day, if you have got children or grandchildren, I know we've just had half term, or some people might still be on half term. I'm not sure. I don't have children, but it's a nice thing. It's a nice way to get the kids involved and make something for Mum, isn't it, for Mother's Day?
Absolutely.
So that's 30th of March. So that's, you know, it's not, we've got to get crafting. That's not that far away, is it?
No, not at all.
Yep.
So I've got a flower there. That isn't the one you get in the kit.
Okay.
That's one of the Tudor roses.
Okay.
I've got one somewhere, but I don't know where I've put it. But just to say, then you add your flower into the centre, and there's your wreath.
Look at that.
So the ways that to fix your flowers in.
Can we just show that one more time, Jason?
Yeah, of course I can.
Sorry, I can hold that for you. Let's hold that up. There you go.
So that's the same fabrics that we've used down there, but in a different order, and it gives you a different effect.
Absolutely. Now let's start thinking about weddings, decorating marquees, even, you know, I mean, I'm also a funeral celebrant, so don't die on me today.
I should try not to.
But I'm just thinking for something like funerals and things like that, depends how you want to zhuzh it up. These are just lovely. Look at that. That looks absolutely knockout. But it's the Liberty fabrics that make it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, you as well, Jason.
Thank you very much.
It's the Liberty piece. Well, what about me? So that's beautiful. So just to recap, if you go to bertandgerts.co.uk, on the landing page, you will see both of the Liberty wreaths, and they're down from $24.99 today to $17.99.
Yeah.
$2.99 per item, postage, or $6.99 capped.
Yeah.
And then we've got the blanking quilts. Blanking quilts?
Blank quilting.
Blank quilting.
Yeah.
We're getting it the wrong way around.
Yeah.
Blank quilting. That's the one with the butterflies.
Yeah.
That's only $14.99, isn't it?
Yeah. But again, we've got limited numbers on those as well.
So get them quick. Yeah. First come, first served.
It is, yeah.
Avoid disappointment getting there right now.
Yeah.
OK, how are we doing for time? Right, we're going to have to get onto the faux flowers, aren't we? OK? I'm going to let you lead the way. Are we OK to move, Chris? We can live walk again. Are we just going there?
Yeah.
Oh, I got all excited then. Sorry.
We can go down there and start with the big...
Let's start with the big uns.
Yeah,
go big or go home.
Go big or go home. Come on, then.
Come on. Oh, yes. I am a bit in love with these bouquets.
So these are our super-duper luxury bouquets. These are amazing. You know, the amount that you get in them, the impact...
Is that one bouquet?
That's one bouquet.
Wow.
And again, we've got limited numbers on these, but we will have more of them. So, if anybody misses out today, they will be back.
I'm going to say something now. I've never been into faux flowers. Because back in the day, they did used to look really plasticky, didn't they?
They did.
They didn't. You could tell straight away. But do you know what? With these, you instantly want to put them in water. They look that realistic, don't they?
You know that people come into our shop where we've got a huge display of them, and the first thing they do is smell them.
They do straight away.
Yeah.
We had red roses in the window for Valentine's, didn't we? And all the gents that were coming in were like, "I need to get that home into water." And we're like, "They're not real."
In fact, I gave a bouquet to Linda Chapman, who we know is watching.
The Crafty Witches, good morning, coming on the craft store very soon, very soon.
And at her hotel where she was stopping, the receptionist asked her if she wanted a vase for them.
Oh, did she?
Because they thought they were fresh flowers.
Oh, wow, but they are. I mean, that bouquet there is absolute, and that's your neutrals, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Now, again, limited availability. What's the code if everybody wants that one?
You can find things on the website.
Yeah.
If you go into the shortcuts, if you look on the flowers, you'll find things on there.
OK.
You can search on the name of them. So this is the mixed white and cream luxury bouquet. But you can also find them on the numbers as well. So this one is 301325.
Honestly, that is the most spectacular thing
That's
I think
the one
I've
you've got your eye on, isn't it?
It is. It is. He said you can buy that one if there are any left, but I don't think there will be. So, OK. And then we've got these beautiful coloured ones, and they've got these fabulous... I know what those are called, I've learned. They're the Veronicas, aren't they?
They are the Veronicas, yeah.
Veronicas are absolutely stunning. So if you like, because blues are a lot of people's favourite colour, aren't they?
Yeah.
And your hydrangeas.
Yes.
Gorgeous.
And we've got quite a few different hydrangeas, which...
Yes.
One of the things I try to do with the flowers, and I'm very lucky that suppliers I have do as well, is to try and bring flowers out during the seasons they would be out.
OK.
So that it feels more natural.
Right.
So you're not seeing you know, out of season flowers, and you instantly think, well,
that wouldn't
flower till November.
And that's the thing. Once you buy seasonal bouquets, you've got them for the year. I mean, I bought some Christmas ones off you, and I had them on my stairs, and everybody commented on them. Yeah. So they are stunning. We've just had a message in from Linda Chapman. She says, "Is Dan being a good floor manager?" Average. Average? I was actually busy at that exact Were you busy? Were you looking... He was looking busy then, Linda.
He was managing the floor.
She's just said he's not had much practice lately. Director Chris is doing a great job. Oh, thank you, Linda. Pauline Wheeler, Auntie Pauline, you'll know all these names, has just said, having worked a lot with Jason's MDF, I can vouch for the quality. Oh, thank you, Linda.
Thank you.
Pauline.
Thank you, Pauline.
Did I say Pauline? Sorry, sorry, Pauline. Because you cut all your own MDF as well, don't you?
Yeah. In my spare time.
Absolutely. Now, you might be looking at these bouquets and thinking, absolutely gorgeous, I want one, get one in my basket. The website is on the screen there, bertandgerts.co.uk. You can get away with, if that's not your budget, or you're thinking they're a bit too much for me, I just want something a little bit more subtle, you can just get away with a single stem, like with a big-headed hydrangea, and a piece of greenery, really. Yeah. Should we have a look at those as well?
Yeah, let's.
Come on, then. We're going to move again, Chris. Poor Chris. Poor Chris. Right, we're going over here.
We do the reveal on the chrysanthemum.
Would you like to do the... Oh, he's got a reveal, people. He has a reveal.
So this is how it comes to you, and it has this little plastic cover on it.
This is so good, Chris.
But when we open that up, you'll see how much that sprays out.
Look at that!
So that's the size of you. Yeah. And the other thing to remember with these is that you can add your favourite perfumes, your favourite...
Can you really?
Oils. Yeah.
Oh, so you get the... Oh, gosh.
Yeah, so give them a light spray. And then in terms of cleaning, you can use a cool setting on a hairdryer just to get dust off them.
Oh, OK.
Yeah.
Is there anything you can't spray on them?
I wouldn't go too intensive with oils.
Oh, OK, because that could also discolour the petals, couldn't it?
Yeah.
OK, lovely. So just a soft vacuum or a little feather duster or something.
Yeah.
OK. Something that I also did, this is how authentic these faux flowers are, because not all flowers are created equal. These are clearly phenomenal quality. I mean, they really are. Everybody wants to put them in water. Is actually, when I was putting out the neutrals bouquet, it's even got the pretend thorns on it. And I went, oh, that's how authentic they are.
Yeah, the roses have as well.
Yeah, oh, they have as well, yeah. Oh, gosh, I was going to say the roses flew out for Valentine's, didn't they?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. So can you buy every single one of these sets of flowers on the website right now?
You can.
OK.
Yeah, you can, and we've got things from small arrangements that have been put together. We've got bunches and then we've got single stems as well. And then we've got, your fillers that you can add in.
Oh, those are nice.
And, you can snip into these and add them onto your wreaths or into garlands and things as well, and a little goes a long way with these.
OK.
So you could add, even in your card making, you could add a couple of sprigs, literally.
Can you just literally cut a couple of those off then?
Yeah.
Now, right, do you have to use wire cutters? What's inside the stem?
They vary. Some of them have got a thin metal in them, and some of them are just plastic. So I would use a decent wire cutter.
Yeah, just to be safe.
I bought those from a well-known DIY store.
Yeah. OK, because that's the thing, and we've all done it. Every crafter at home now will be going, yeah, we've all got those really beautiful cutters, and then we've used them on perhaps let's say some memory wire, and there's that big old chip in the blade. And once you've done it,
and it might be tempting to use floristry, snippers.
Yeah.
But they're for fresh flowers, so they would cut through fresh flowers easily.
Right.
So use a kind of hardware tool, and you won't do any damage to them.
I'm just going back. It's logged me off the craft store. I mean, what are you doing, you naughty phone? I'm just having a look because there are so many messages coming in. Can I just say thank you so much for joining us and for being so welcoming. That's what I've noticed about everybody with the craft store, from Dan to Chris to everybody, all the other brands that are coming in today. Lou, we've got Dawn, Bibby coming up later as well. We've been made to feel so welcome, haven't we?
We have, yeah.
And
genuinely.
It's so lovely, and we love the studio. It's so big and so clean.
we could wave at each other on different sides of it, couldn't we?
Absolutely. So I just want to say thank you for all the lovely comments. Mandy, good morning. Hello, you lovely lot. I'm working from home. Oh, yeah. We've heard that one, Mandy. So I had to come and say hi. I've missed you so much, and that's wonderful. Chrissy's just come on from Collop as well. I can vouch for these bouquets. I have the... Oh, you've got the mixed purple and whites, have you, Chrissy? Ah.
Chrissy has one of the smaller ones, which is this size.
Oh, this one here?
Yeah,
oh, OK.
So, yeah, but she saw them and fell in love with them, I think, in Glasgow it was.
Oh, because we've got those in the shop, haven't we?
We have, yeah.
You've got the orangey one, the purple and blue, and there's a lovely pastel pink as well, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because... You know, we do get new stock all the time. We will be adding more and more things to the website over the next few
Forever
weeks.
changing florals,
Is, yeah.
And Chrissy also said, I shall be adding to them with some of these amazing roses. They're gorgeous, aren't they? Absolutely beautiful. Yeah. So we were saying as well, when you go to visit people in hospital these days, you can't take fresh flowers anymore, can you?
No, you can't. No, and you know, for anybody that has allergies like me, I have hay fever. These are great to have at home, and like I say, they add a colour that you can change. You know, it used to be that really good quality faux flowers you had to spend an awful lot of money on.
Yeah.
And once you'd got them, you didn't want to change them. So with these, you can.
And a lot of people do get disheartened with the shedding of the flowers and the leaves all over the place and having to change the water and just the very concept of having to cut a fresh flower stem down. A lot of people don't feel comfortable with that anymore. Yeah. And I think if you wanted to go faux back in the day, you had to really suffer the consequence of it blatantly being faux, and these are quite the opposite, as you can quite clearly see. Can we do some of the hydrangeas, Jason?
Yes,
let me let you go there then, my lovely one.
So we've got the Imperial Hydrangea, the single stem, and that's the light pink. And I don't know how close you can get into that, but you can see in that it's got the little buds as well. So that one...
Hold it there, he'll just bring the camera to... There you go. Oh, wow.
So you can see, the other thing with them is they're not all just one flat colour.
No.
So
well, but hydrangeas aren't, are they? They're gorgeous. Look at that. I mean, if that doesn't look realistic, I don't know what does.
Yeah.
Do you know how much those are off the top of your head, Jason?
No.
I seem to recall, I know one isn't. Shall I check your website?
Yeah.
Yes. I'm going to do the price. Oh, there you go. Thank you, Chris. Chris went, you're over there.
Then we've got the white, well, the ivory. So that's the aria. That's that one. That's the ivory.
Aria. Ooh, sounds posh, doesn't it? I'm just going to have a little look for you now.
We've got the dried touch. So these ones, they look like dried flowers.
Yeah.
So they've got that.
Oh, gosh, that is ever so different. I mean, it's like it's just on the turn.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, but they'll always stay like that. They won't get any, they won't.
They're not going to deteriorate or shed any leaves, are they?
So that is the hot pink that we've got on that one.
Okay, I'm just going to find it because I'm on the Bert and Gert's website as I speak. Okay. Is it that one?
Yeah.
So the dry touch one that you've got there.
Yep, that's $6.99.
$6.99, that one.
So you can see you've got a large stem on it. You can bend the stems on these as well. If you want to make them shorter, you don't have to cut them.
And this is the great thing. So, sometimes you've got that different array of vases and you buy flowers and you've got to snip the stems, or you've got a really tall vase and nothing works because you go into a florist and they're massively expensive because they're really tall. This is, look at the length of that. You can just change it without actually cutting it.
Yeah.
Which makes it really clever. Really clever.
So then we have...
It is huge, Chris, you're quite right. Our director's gone, that's huge!
We've got the French ocean blue, and that's kind of got that touches of kind of violet in it as well. So
hang on a minute, that cannot be the right price on your website. You're joking.
Yeah.
That's $3.99.
Yeah.
So have you got that right?
I have.
You're doing a good job at buying, aren't you?
I am.
But this is the beauty of the craft store. This is what makes it so different, the way that Dan has set this up. It means that Jason and every brand on here can give you, as the buyer, the best price they've ever been able to do.
When I show you the difference between these, so if you look at the price of the russet, which is more expensive.
Yeah, that one isn't. Oh, hang on. Oh, hang on. Just you go back. Bert and Gert's website. Is it that one?
Yes.
So that one's $5.99.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you've got a larger stem, you've got more of a head, you've got more colour variety in it as well. So you'll see the price difference in them.
Okay.
There's no difference in quality in them.
Yeah, but again, when you're buying a single stem,
yeah,
it's £2 difference.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. So as you said, in a nice vase that you could chop that down if you wanted to. And
if you just put, I mean, I'm not necessarily picking the right one.
Yeah.
But if you just had that and some greenery and you fanned it out and it's just in a lovely tall vase, that's all you need.
Yeah.
And it really, I do think a bit of doing. I would buy a couple of the stems of the green or the fillers because they do make a big difference, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do.
But again, everything on the Bert and Gert's homepage.
So that's those.
Yeah.
Then if you kind of want that kind of bouquet look.
Yeah.
So we've got the.
Shall I move those out your way, my love? Let's tidy up. You know what they're like.
So we've got the silk roses.
Okay.
And those are in the vintage mauve.
Okay. Shall I find those for you as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so those are the vintage roses we're looking for there.
So they're the Lila Bud Rose hand-tie vintage mauve.
Okay.
And you'll see that I think these are all a similar price, all of the hand ties.
I'm just trying to find those ones. It's hang on a second.
So
got the ruby rose. Oh, there's the bouquet. I've got.
So whilst you're on that one, so that's.
Oh, there you go. Is it that one there, lovely?
Yeah.
Gosh, $5.99 for that.
Yeah.
I'm a bit impressed by these prices. Are you? $5.99 the whole bouquet?
Yeah.
But...
So if you wanted both of those, they're tied. We call them a hand tie because they've got a nice little piece of raffia around them, but they're actually held together with a cable tie.
Okay.
If you cut the cable tie on both of them, you could mix those in. You could have an alternating of the dried touch and the silk ones together.
Dried touch. Yeah, I'm not going to try. I'm not going to necessarily find them because we've got the peonies as well, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. So those are next to me here. And then in those ones, you've got the fuller flowers and a couple of buds as well in the middle.
Are they the Victoria Peony hand tie nude?
And I've used them on the wreath that I've done here. So, you can use them in your wreath making. That's the other thing to say. You can cut into them. And you'll see I've used some of the Tudor roses that we've got, used some of the gypsophilia, some of the greenery.
That looks gorgeous, Jason.
And some of the berries as well.
I really do like the berries. Now, that bouquet that we just showed you, which was the Victoria Peony hand tie, am I allowed to say nude?
Yes, it's the colour.
Oh, very naughty. Yes, it's not us, don't panic. It's not that kind of a show yet. That, as a very, very special price, £5.
Yeah.
£5?
Yeah.
I'd like to apologise as well. What we didn't do at the beginning of the show is apologise that you're getting 2 brummies for the price of one. So if you're not used to the Birmingham accent, we do apologise.
Normal service will be resumed
exactly,
shortly.
Yeah, when we get Lou Sims on at 11. OK, so the berries. Now, where are the berries?
They're at the front.
Can I grab those?
Yeah.
Where's the...
Here.
Oh, yes, the ones right in front of my face.
Yeah. So, again, with these, you can separate them out. They're just on stalks, and they will literally just pull off.
Oh. Oh, so you could cable tie those into those lovely wreaths that you've just done?
That's what I've done with, over there.
Ah.
And they'll slot back on if you want them to.
I love those. They're absolutely beautiful. Do you know, and isn't it weird? I don't know whether I'm going to say this anyway, because I'm sure, obviously, we've all lost people in our lives, haven't we? And I lost my mum when she was only 54. And we had those on her spray on the coffin. Yeah. So when I see something like that, that takes me right back to that moment. And, and the flowers are always fabulous in that situation, aren't they? Yeah. And again, it might be that you decide when you get flowers like this, as crafters, to make your own sprays and things for your loved ones when the time comes, because,
Yeah, and people do now make them so they can keep them.
Yeah.
Yeah, for funerals.
And buttonholes for weddings, things like that as well. You go, a lot more people are going for faux flowers now than they are for to be able to keep them.
Or table centerpieces.
Oh, fascinators. Oh, we haven't even talked about, and days at the races. Oh, my goodness, I didn't even think about that.
So I said to you this morning, I've kind of long been interested in flowers, but this is kind of making it my business now.
Yeah.
So I did the flower arrangements for mine and John's wedding 10 years ago. It was our anniversary the other week.
Yeah. Happy anniversary.
Thank you very much. I also made the buttonholes for us all, and I actually used a Tim Holtz dye to make them out of fabric.
Oh, we've got Tim Holtz coming up at 11 with Lou Sims, so that is coming up next.
So, yeah.
Wow.
I love flowers. I just don't have them in the house because I'm allergic to them.
That's a good point, isn't it? And again, a lot of you with dogs and cats, there are certain flowers that you've got to be careful of and plants having in your house, and you don't realise. Yeah. And again, if you've got newborns or you've got, you know, people that are going to knock things over, if you've got a clumsy dad like mine called Dangerous Dave. Hello, Dad, if you're watching. But yeah, you avoid all that. And you don't have to get up at silly o'clock and go to the flower market to get the best blooms as well. Yeah. So that just looks, look at that there. Oh, Chris, direct to Chris, that looks beautiful.
So I've used the peonies on that, I've used the chrysanthemum, I've used a couple of the berries, and that is just one spray of the pink gypsophilia that I've split up and dotted around.
Can I ask a question? What's that piece of MDF that you've got next to the flowers there?
So
what's that?
This is our ribbon wrap tool.
It's a what, sorry?
A ribbon wrap tool.
A ribbon wrap tool?
If you're making the ribbon wrap style wreaths, and you need to kind of do lots of a certain size. So, say for instance, you wanted a 9-inch.
Shall I hold that?
Let me grab
I'll hold that.
So if I...
And it's got the inches as well?
So I've got a ribbon.
OK.
So if I wanted to do lengths of 9 inches, I just wrap around.
Oh, so it measures for you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good, isn't it?
Wrap around, go as many times as I want to.
Yeah.
And then I just cut at either end. And then I've got the 9-inch.
Brilliant. And are they on the website as well?
They are on the website.
I would imagine that's very inexpensive, knowing you.
I think it's £4.
There you go, then.
I think that's what it is from memory. We've got quite a lot on the website.
There is a lot on the website. So, again, just remember... But sorry, my lovely.
I was just going to say, as well, you know, for when you're measuring out your squares, you could use that if you wanted to.
Which can, yeah.
So,
and isn't it the simplest tools? We all say that, don't we, as crafters, that it's sometimes the most simple thing that you've got that makes all the difference and speeds up your crafting and just makes it easy.
That's possibly the simplest thing I've ever designed and has been one of our most popular.
There you go. There you go. Absolutely. So... Yeah, so that's how it works. Each hour, go and have a look at each person's website. For Jason, it's Bert and Gert's, and again, you'll learn all of it. And do you want to do a recap on Bert and Gert's for anybody that's just joined us?
So Bert and Gert's is myself and my brother Mark.
Hello, Mark.
Bert was our paternal grandfather, and Gert was our maternal mother. That's the posh way of saying it.
Because everybody that comes into the shop, they go, like if I'm in there and Jason's in there, because I volunteer at Jason's shop, they'll go, are you Gert? I'm like, no. They go, are you Bert? I go, no.
Normally I get asked if I'm Gert when I'm with Mark, because people think I'm Dutch or something. You know, but no, they were our grandparents. So
that's lovely.
when we started the business, we started it and named it after them in their honour, because they're no longer with us.
Oh, I love that.
But we are a family business.
Keeping their name alive.
Yeah, family business with a family name. So, yeah.
And again, have a little look at the website, because if you are a crafter and you've got to the point where you've got that much stuff and you need space, because we all have that problem. We start with a little cupboard, don't we, or a drawer or a box, and then it takes over the entire house. And if you're thinking, I need to start selling some of my lovely things that I've made, and I'd like to be able to buy more things with the money I've made, then you can do that, because you run your own events as well, don't you?
Yeah, and we, as I say, we go as far as Glasgow and as southern as Exeter.
Brilliant. So, and it's all on the website.
And these are just a selection of the...
Oh, you've got all the stamps as well. Oh, this is the clearance, isn't it?
So we've got these large A4 sheets of stamps that are only £8 on the website.
Those big ones?
Yeah, £8 each on those.
Wow.
They're older designs, which is why I've been able to do that with them. And then we've got the florals, which ties in nicely with the flowers. And again, my inspiration with these was looking at kind of William Morris designs. And these are £3 each.
Oh, hang on a second. I've just had another thought. Can you imagine making one of those beautiful wreaths and then doing a beautiful card that matches with the floral designs as well, and you can tie everything in together?
Yeah.
Oh, see, your creative juices start flowing, don't they?
Yeah, but even when you're gift wrapping, how nice is it to put a couple of flowers in with the bow on? Oh
yeah, make yourself a lovely box.
Yeah.
Make yourself a lovely box, and then as you tie in the ribbon, you could just put one rose in there. Wouldn't that be lovely for Mother's Day? Oh, yeah. So Mother's Day coming up in the UK on Sunday, the 30th of March. It's the second Sunday in May for the US, which I believe is the 11th of May in the United States, because they like to do it differently there. So, yeah, but that would be absolutely fabulous. And they're never going to wilt. No. They're never going to need watering. And you can... But
if you want to change them, you can.
Exactly, that's what makes... And they... Look at that, they look so, so, so real. Absolutely stunning. So we've got some lovely messages coming in here as well. Oh, gosh, we've only got a minute left. left, Chris? Where's that gone? I'm not even going to get a message in here, am I? Need to learn how to stop my phone from logging out, Dan. I am. Lovely message. Oh, my gosh, look at all the messages coming in for your beautiful wreaths. Jennifer's just said, my cat would eat these because he loves paper. Oh, I hope not. Binky's just said, my wonderful florist made all my wedding flowers from silk flowers and I still have my bouquet. It's very special. That's what we're talking about, isn't it?
My mother and my mother-in-law have our table centres from our wedding still, yeah.
Oh, how wonderful, wonderful. Well, I've just got to say thank you so much, Jason. It's been a joy having my first hour with you. It really is. He's good, isn't he? He's lovely, isn't he? So, Bert and Gert's, go and have a look at the website, bertandgerts.co.uk. Keep your comments coming in. I'm going to zhuzh over to the other side of the studio because in just a few seconds, we're going to be going live with the lovely Lou Sims of Personal Impressions. We'll see you in a moment.